Something that never gets old is the excitement I have when I listen to a good guitar player, and it makes me want to grab my guitar and learn something new. I think we all watch these lesson videos hoping to make new connections on the stuff we're already working on. Today, let's look at a familiar scale in a different way for huge results. My name is Rusty and welcome to my channel. Let's take a familiar scale, the E minor pentatonic, the root note here in the 12th fret. The scale we know and love. We're not going to focus on playing up or down the scale. We're going to focus in the center here from the root note. So we have a root note in the 12th. 14th fret of the D string is an E note, and then also the octave here, 12th fret of the E string. Really important to know where those are at. To get away from this up and down movement from the way we practice the scale, let's focus on this root note here and build off of that. Using just the notes in the minor pentatonic, but always landing back on here. We need to get to home base. Another great thing to connect is the root note to another root note. So I'm starting on the root note and walking down the scale and using the blue note. Starting on the root note, ending on the root note. Or start on the root note and go up the scale. But building phrases off of the root note. Another way is raking these two strings, the E and B strings, hit the D note here, the 15th fret of the B string, still starting on a root note, ending on a root note. Then walking down from the root note to the low root note, and then back to the higher one. So using that blue note again, then hammering on and pulling off. G note, back to E. That's a great lick right there. So even if you're starting to play up the scale, stop and do a lick right around the root note. Now these are just the notes here in the minor pentatonic. These notes are obviously all over the neck, but you can use the same concept. Root note right here. Another great thing to do in most blues and rock, you can add a little bit of major in there, just focusing 2 frets up from the root note instead of the 3 for the minor. That's minor. Major would just be 2 frets up. With the E note there, really focusing on that root note. If you hammer on 2 frets back, that's minor. That is a great tool to use, that little major move. One more really cool lick is to add that little flavor of the major from just right back down in the 11th fret of the G string. So you just slight bend and release back to the root note. These little ideas keep us from playing down, up and down the scale. If you focus on the center of the scale and use small phrases, that breaks it up huge. It's a huge difference. Climb up, but just really focus on the center root note. And this can be done in any key, but I'm using E minor pentatonic for these examples. And then right back to that really, you're just really staying at home base there. And you can still run up the scale really fast. Really just helps break up the monotony of playing up and down the scale. For years I felt like I was in a rut playing up and down these scales, and really there's the structures there, but it was very hard for me to make it sound like music. So attacking the root note in the center of the scale can make a huge difference in the way that you sound when you play through the scale and when you do a solo. Definitely try this over almost any E minor backing track. Try this concept, and you will feel a difference, and I think you'll have more confidence in yourself if you focus in the center and go back and forth from the center of the scale. If you got something from this quick lesson, let me know, and I look forward to seeing you soon.